have in this case is dedicated mainly to two makers. One is pretty much the product of J.C. Newman, most notably, of course, would be the Arturo Fuente line. And we do carry an extensive line from J.C. Newman, Arturo Fuente, starting up at the top, of course, the Ashton VSG, the regular traditional line by Arturo Fuente, going all the way down to things like the Curly Heads and the Brevas, and working your way all the way up to the more extensive and exclusive brands like, well, I guess you're the most famous.
My favorite two cigars.
Well, what would be, well, don't forget, we got that Opus X. Show it to him, John. Show it to him. And what else? The Añejo, of course. It does say limit 2 per cigar. We do have some things that are limited from time to time just to make sure that everybody can get them.
There's my baby right there.
There it is. John's pointing, of course, to the Padron family of cigars. We do carry pretty extensive selection of 1926s and 1964s in addition to the other cigars that Padron makes. The other most popular ones are probably 2000, 3000, and the 7000s. One thing we should point out as well is that we are a Tobacconists Association of America dealer, so we are allowed to carry things that are unique to dealers in that line, such as the TAA Signature 1964 Toro, which you can't normally get. Well, you can in many stores that are TAA dealers, but it is one of those things that's unique for dealers like that. We also have the brand new number 4, which is the 1964 newest edition. As we come over here, we have some more items on display. You know, we got a lot of doohickeys. We've got our Vector display. We usually run specials. We had a nice little golf tournament the other day, so we are featuring things golf themed. Of course, you know, Rocky Patel is one of our very popular cigars in the store. And as you move this way, we also have our things that we carry in the shop that are, you know, reach everybody's price point. Camacho, what we call Camacho, not really Camacho seconds, but things like the Camacho Churchill Deluxe, JM's, great cigar from our fine guys at JMG. We also have, of course, our fine clothing selection. You'll see, of course, you know, the classic Liberty Tobacco baseball jersey. We'll probably be wearing that from time to time. We do sell those, of course, here at the shop. And this entire wall over here is almost predominantly General Cigar, which includes your typical things that you've probably heard of for many years, including Partagas, Macanudo, Punch, Hoya de Monterrey, those typical lines. But very recently, you know, in the last 10, 12 years, they also took on other lines as well, like La Gloria Cubana, fantastic. They've also, you know, CAO, we also have in here as well. You've got your Sancho Panzas, your various Macanudos. So you've got a lot of different things in this case. We also have, obviously, extensive collection of various items like travel humidors, like the nice Zycar one, comes in a 5, and a 10, and a 15. And then I guess last but not least would be our walk-in humidor. The nice thing I like about Liberty Tobacco's humidors is people are constantly asking a couple of questions usually when they're new. Hey, can I open up the case? And for the most part, yeah, open up the case, take a cigar, bring it up to the register. You know, you're welcome to do that. It's, for the most part, self-serve. And in our humidor, of course, people ask, hey, is it okay to go in there? Absolutely. The other thing that a lot of people ask is, do you have a cutting fee? Is it okay if I bring my own cigar into Liberty Tobacco? I mean, although we'd love to have everybody who comes in smoke our cigars that we have here, occasionally you have a cigar that we don't carry. Maybe you bought it at Del Mar or another location, and it's something that's unique to that store. You can, of course, bring it in and smoke it. That's something that I love about Liberty Tobacco. There is no cutting fee. I know a lot of stores in other areas have cutting fees, perhaps, like a corkage fee on wine. We do not have that. John, do you think we should go inside the humidor?
Absolutely. Let's go in.
Let's go in. The humidor, inside the humidor, we have a lot of different items here as well.
Gets a little bit tight.
What's the time?
No, I said we've crammed a little bit tight. We've crammed a lot of cigars in here.
Come on in here. Come on in here. I thought you were worried about the time. Come on in. We'll hold the door open for you, John. Why don't you go ahead and walk on past me there. So as John comes into the humidor, you'll see that there's a lot of other brands here. Alec Bradley, Rocky Patel. You've got things like Don Pepin, My Father, Ashton, Oha. You've got all different types of items. Romeo and Julieta, H. Upman. One of my personal favorites, Illusione, especially the 88, the 68, the Tatuaje line, Oliva, some new brands. Like the AKA, we've got things that are really cool and special, like the Tatuaje Mummy, all these other types of fine cigars. JFR, this is a cigar that's called Just for Retailers, a great cigar from JMG. There's so many good cigars in here, it's kind of hard to tell. The weird thing that people don't know, and it's usually kind of one of those odd little facts, the #1 cigar in the entire store, oddly enough, is this cigar right here, which we'll talk about. It's from H. Upmann. It's one of their seconds. The size is a Toro Gordo. Mike, the manager at this particular location, he and I figured out by doing some research, we sell about 2,000 of that particular size of cigar, that stick, 2,000 here each month. It's a fantastic bundled cigar, more on the medium side. We sell a ton of them. It's one of those things where, especially if you have a golf event, if you have something that's maybe for a new smoker and you're not sure what to get them, it's a fantastic cigar as well.
And the price point, Ben, is just amazing.
I think it's, what, less than $4, something in that range? Yeah.
Couldn't get a better cigar for the price.
Great cigar. Over here, this is one of my other little favorite selections, too. For those of you that are kind of pressed for time when you're smoking, the tin selection is a great place to start, especially if you're a person that says, I'm limited on time. Some of my personal favorites, Cohiba Pequeño. I love this cigar. Mike's favorite, probably the Maduro by Padron. This cigar, fantastic. The Oregon, or Origin, the Originals, 5-pack, fantastic cigar. The thing that's interesting about the tin cigars is that even though they have many names that you're familiar with, the tin cigars, because of their size, often have a very different flavor from their full-size counterparts. Fascinating, especially the Cohiba. This is one of my favorite of the whole entire Cohiba line, and it's in a tin, but it's absolutely off-the-hook awesome. So as we come back out here, that's pretty much our tour of the entire shop. You'll see that from time to time, of course, we'll make reference to the various items here. And as we get through, let's show them, of course, our fine selection of things that are non-tobacco related.
Soda, ice cream.
Soda, ice cream. We're waiting for our new machine here, a new soda machine. So that should be coming in at any moment. We also have various events from time to time. Like I said, Monday we had a golf tournament. You can see Friday, February 8th, we had a general cigar event. And Monday we had something going on with the golf and cigar dinner, which was really cool. So we do plenty of things here at Liberty Tobacco.
So you would say, Ben, that this will be the ultimate man cave.
Whoa! Look at that. That's a fire hazard. That's even better. Hey, if it's not out, it's still good to go. That was a faux pas. That's why you reach into your pocket, grab out your lighter, light it up. Just as good as new. Can't throw a cigar on the ground and not pick it up. Let me kick that into our carpeting here and rub that out. It's like it never
as I was saying, Ben, I just think this is the ultimate man cave. We've got everything you could possibly dream of cigar-wise.
We really
Great
do.
atmosphere. Usually you come in here and there's like 2 dozen guys hanging around, shooting the shit, chatting, watching TV. It's great. The only issue that I find coming in is the wives get a little bit pissed off because the man's away all the time.
Yeah, that can be the case sometimes, but it's all good.
That's why you have to smoke a sweater.
That's why you have to smoke a sweater. Very good. So anything else before we sign off? I think we've covered a pretty good amount of stuff, and this will be something that we'll be doing, John and myself, and with the help of Joe, we'll probably be doing these segments every week or so, depending on when we can get out and about. But what we'll be talking about in future items might be care and feeding of a humidor, everything from starting it up, different cigars, especially new cigars, cutters, lighters, all sorts of various items related to the world of tobacco. We might even get Cedric here. He is one of the longtime employees, customer as well. He's our pipe expert. He can kind of fill you in on various items. We'll probably get some of the other employees in here as well. Mike Gallagher, Charles Hennigan might make a rare appearance on camera. But we hope to introduce you to the whole Liberty gang. And we thank you for watching. And like I said, please check us out on Facebook or libertytobacco.com. Visit our 2 locations, Kearny Mesa and Del Mar. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great evening.
Have a good night.
Say good night, Joe.
Good night, Joe. Good night.